Hey Pisces, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be doing a reading for the month of February. We're already a month into the new year, which is wild. We'll be taking a look at past, present, and future and get some advice at the end from our guide. Just remember, this is a general reading, so if it doesn't resonate, totally okay. Just leave for those that need to hear right now and come back for the next month's reading. But let's go ahead and take a look here to see what's going on. What our guides want us to know. Just give it a little shuffle here. One more. Yes. Okay. So what we have in the past, we have Hanged Man, we have Temperance, and we have the King of Swords in reverse. So someone here has been super, super stubborn. Not pointing fingers. Someone here has been very, very, very stubborn here in the past. And kind of pushing for something that wasn't really quite meant for them in that moment. Not pointing fingers again, but it looks like there's some kind of divine timing in play here. So I think there's a moment here of a standstill in the past where you are probably thinking that something isn't happening, or, I think you're pushing for something to happen and it just wasn't the right timing, something along of the lines of timing. And for you, it was kind of scary because you worked so hard for something, I think, or you wanted something or expected something and it wasn't happening. But it gave you a second to kind of get perspective of what you really wanted, because there was a standstill. So there was a pause, a forced pause in your life where you had to take perspective on what it is was happening, why was it happening, what you wanted. But the reality is there is a time where you were very, very stubborn into wanting this so badly and it not really coming to fruition. And that was like everybody's couple of years. So Year of the Snake wasn't really the best. We were shedding a lot of things. And the 9 years prior have always been like an uphill battle towards something. And a long, long way coming, if that's the saying. But there's a lot of uphill battles through your life to kind of get to where you were today. And there's just almost of like an impatience behind it because you've tried so hard. Now we're entering the Year of the Horse where that's going to be given. It's going to be like, okay, you worked hard for it, here it is. That doesn't happen till mid-February, so don't, expect it to happen just because the new year is here. Like, it should have already been here. Why not? Well, it's because, the Year of the Horse technically starts mid-February, so we're getting there. So what is going on in the present here? We have the Death card here, we have the Ace of Pentacles, and we have the Six of Cups. So the Death card, for me, I don't mind the Death card at all. I actually welcome it when I see it. Because this is showing me that there's a rebirth happening, and I see that there's you kind of letting go of like expectations. There's a rebirth in who you are as a person, maybe like your identity, your job, your career. You let go again, and we're ending the Year of the Snake and going into the Year of the Horse. So we're shedding a lot of things, maybe, and I feel like a lot of this is a lot of things that we used to see ourselves as, and we don't see ourselves as that anymore. So we're shedding a lot of things. And there is, hi tarot, so there's an Ace of Pentacles coming here, an opportunity for me. This is financial, but it doesn't have to be. It could be just stability within yourself. But there is financial stability, a new beginning, something coming in that's going to bring in money. There's something here that's going to be again, fruitful. We have fruit here, something that's grounding, something that makes you feel safe. And the only way that's going to happen is with that rebirth. So like right now, you're probably feeling a lot of changes, a lot of shifts, a lot of energy that you're letting go. And this is making room for this Ace of Pentacles. It's divinely handed. So it's because all this shifts and changes and you're making room for this. Okay. So remember that. And it's also bringing you back to like your old roots of who you truly are. And I almost feel like there's going to be some kind of like family bonding moment here. I think there's going to be time where you're going to be spending a lot of time with your family, very, very close friends, if it's not family. There is a sense of coming back together because I think there is a lot of that kind of lost because of things that have been happening in your life, especially the last year because it was a lot. I feel like it was a lot. So there's a lot of like closeness now and a lot of like, no more pushing, no more asking for things. There's a new perspective and you got new, like, you set your priorities and you know what's more important and you shifted a lot. So let's go ahead and see what's happening in the future here. So we have the Nine of Wands, Three of Wands, and the Nine of Swords. So we have a lot of near and completion here, but I think there's I don't know if you guys are kind of still overthinking things. Again, like there's still this kind of like impatience almost in the future. Like you are now kind of exploring your options, right, of what your future could look like. And there's doors that are opening because there's a rebirth, right? And there's a lot of hard work that you put into a certain topic, whether it be career, whether it be friendships, whether it be relationships, and you want to see it to the end. But it's also like you're overthinking everything because you don't have that narrowed down, like what it is I want. So I think that's what's really going to be pivotal here because you really need to narrow down what it is you want. You're overthinking, there's stress about it, there's like so much like noise in your head that like you don't even get sleep at night. So I feel like there's going to be an insomnia in your future. Let's just put it that way. Have a lot of melatonin somewhere stacked up in your night drawer because I think you're going to be needing to kind of like lower that volume and just get the rest that you need to make the right decisions because I think again like with these opportunities coming in, I just think that there's so much excitement. You're such an excitable person. There's a lot of emotion, like we are the water sign, that we kind of like get in our own heads and like we don't want to miss. So what this future is telling me, like you are now needing to kind of like narrow down what you want. I think there's some kind of impatience that we've dealt with in the past that is almost trickling into the future, but we need to kind of narrow down our vision and just like go in that direction because again we had to have the hanged man and take perspective. We kind of came closer here now, opening up to family a little bit, just becoming one with like your past and who you were, and this is nostalgia and it's beautiful. And now it's like, okay, well, what is it I want now that I have the perspective, now that I know what it's important, what do I want? And I need to like figure that out and go there in that direction and not overthink things because I think you still keep continuously overthinking and like it didn't fare well in the past with the stubbornness and it's going to come back in the future. So now you have that kind of like tidbit. When I give you reading and you see a future reading, it's not set in stone. This is like a warning. Do you like it? If you like it, keep the energy flowing. If you don't, you have to change something because I feel like you're in control of your own destiny. Not discounting psychics. I think there are amazing psychics out there. That's just not how I do my reading. I want you to be able to feel like you have autonomy and you can control it because you do. You manifest your own life. You are the writer of your own story, and that's just how it is, in my opinion. So let's go ahead and get some advice from the guides. Give it one more. Trust the niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? Trust your gut, guys. So this is part of it. I feel like the overthinking, like you just have to trust your gut. You have to trust yourself. Let go of the other noise. Stop the noise. Quiet it down. Trust yourself. Like your soul wants to guide you in the right direction. And I think that there's so many other people and strings and things around you pulling you in like places that you don't need to be. And I think that there's almost a sense of people pleasing too, right? That's another reason why you're staying up at night because I think the decisions you want to make, you feel like other people are going to hate, dislike, judge you. And it's like, who cares? Like, turn that off. This is all part of that. So trust the niggle. What is the niggling trying to tell you? Trust your gut, trust yourself, be who you want to be who you've always needed to be. Bring this back, the nostalgia. Like you know who you are, you've changed for everyone else, and now it's time to just change back and be the person you've always were and be live your best life. And I think this is amazing. This is a beautiful reading going into the year of the horse. I think this is beautiful, and I think as soon as you kind of like grasp that and just be like, I'm trusting my God and letting go, you're gonna your life will explode. So if this message did resonate, definitely like and subscribe so you don't miss another one of these. And thank you guys for coming back. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.